to pretty much prove Bob McNair's point. I don't understand how protesting the anthem to protest his comments makes any sense. I'm pretty sure Bob McNair probably knows the demographics of people who support and buy luxury boxes and expensive seats to his team. And if I were Bob McNair, this is going to sound rash, but...
It's just going to sound stupid is what it's going to sound. It's just going to sound... So you think it's okay that everybody you think in the NFL is a criminal?
No, I don't think they're criminals.
Well, then, he already apologized for the comment, so you're saying he shouldn't apologize for the comment. You think the comment made sense?
No, I don't think it made sense. I don't think it makes sense that people he's paying millions of dollars should kneel for the anthem based on his comments. What does the anthem have to do with his mistake?
Well, we already
in a
know
comment
that
he made
because it's become the stage. It has obviously become the protest stage. Is at the beginning of the game.
Then his comments do make sense because the inmates are running.
Wait. So that he didn't call them this. He didn't say asylum. He said prison.
So he made it. He
said prison.
That was it's a common idiom.
It's no, it's not. No, prison is not a common one. No, it's not. Inmates running the prison is not common. Inmates running the asylum is. Yes, he would have had no problem with that one. Inmates running the prison is the one that got him in trouble, as we know. Did they get anything did the protest signify anything? It signified that they were all upset. That's what I gather it signified. Nothing more. Nothing more. You know? What that did was cloud what was an exciting football game. That's what it did. Butch in East Meadow, what's up, Butch?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good,
I'm looking forward to the show in November, by the way, up at the college there. But my question to you is, the penalty that was handed down to the Houston Astros player for the derogatory facial expressions he made in the dugout, it's just of my opinion that I think that it should have been, I think that the penalty should address the series now.
It never does. Historically, it never has. If any time they have had penalties to do anything during a playoff or a championship, they always penalize the guy the next year. They never do it because there's a couple of reasons. One of the biggest ones is you are allowed to have an appeal. They don't have time to have an appeal. They don't have the wherewithal to have an appeal, and it's in their bylaws. It's in the collective bargaining agreement to have an appeal, and they just don't have the time to do it.
I understand that appeal process, but I mean it was on national TV.
He made a mistake. You know what he made? Listen, I get that. I absolutely agree. It would have been more equitable if he was sat down for a game then, but they don't have it set up that way. And their reasoning is, we are not going to, and listen, this is a debatable point, but this is their reasoning on it. We are not going to punish the entire team, the entire organization, and their fan base for something that one player does. We will punish him severely next year, but we will not punish the whole team and the entire organization and the fan base during the series. And that's what they feel they would be doing, is punishing the entire team.
Right, but because he is a member of a team, his actions...
Well, again, it's a debatable point. But there's two sides to it. There are two sides. I understand their side, and I understand your side. It's a very fair... Your point's a fair one, but their point's a fair one, is that we don't want to penalize people who wait all year to get to this level and get to this, and we don't want to take the equilibrium out of the series and in some ways ever have a series where we impact the series by a suspension. So that was the point. And listen, a lot of people thought he should have been suspended the next game. It would have been very fair if he was. I wouldn't have found it rash if he was. I understand why their process is the way it is on a couple of levels. They feel they don't want to penalize people who didn't do anything wrong. They also don't have the availability to have an appeal, which every player is allowed to have. He's allowed to hear one. What he did was really wrong. There's no question about it. I think he will pay for it down the line. So be it. And listen, I can understand the argument of someone who wanted him out of the game. I really do. I think it's a fair argument. Joe and Joe.